Let's get started. We're going to add a virtual host locally, and the first thing I need to do open my Explorer and go to the folder I keep all my websites in and create a new folder for the new site, and we're going to call this test site. .dev. I use .dev for all my local developments. We'll open up that folder. I'm keeping all my WordPress files in their own folder, so let's go over to the WordPress install files. And this is a simple process of selecting all and copying them into my test site. Let's take a look in here in my WP content plugins folder. These are the plugins I generally install, but not always, but they're all here, the ones I very commonly use. I usually go through here and delete out the ones that I'm not going to use to save me some space. Now let's look at themes. I have the child theme pre-canned in here, and I keep 2015 just in case things go horribly wrong and I need to revert to a default theme. Let's open up Divi Child and see what we got here. I have my header and my footer that I might choose to customize or not, and some other files that I find very useful when I'm developing sites. I have a developer notes because I found when you come back to a site 5 years later and have to fix something, it's nice to remember what you were thinking and find where you've hidden it. Let's open Notepad. I use Notepad++, and there's two files I need to edit. Now I cheat here. I use Snippet Plus, and I've pre-canned a snippet in here that gives me a lot of data that I need. So vhost setup, here it is. I've got the paths to the two files we need to edit, the Windows host file and the XAMPP httpd vhostconf file. Do a little copy paste here, copy, and then we'll paste it into the file open dialog box. That's Control O on your keyboard. Now I'm a copy paste kind of guy, so I'm going to copy my last entry, and I'll make a copy of it down here for the new virtual host that we're setting up. To save this file, Notepad has to be running in administrator mode, and here's a little Notepad interesting thing, is it prompts you, opens itself, and remembers where it was, including the data. I'm going to save the file and move on to the next file that needs to be edited, which is the httpd conf file. We'll open that, Control copy, and scroll down to the bottom, and I'll copy my last virtual host entry. Now this is interesting. When I set up XAMPP, I had a lot of trouble with the format of this, and I Googled and tried many different incantations of it, and this is what works for me. Yours could be different. I'm now editing the copy I made, so I'm going to change this to test site. We'll do a little find and replace these instances. Helps keep down the typos. The path to my development site has to be changed to the correct path, so I go copy it out of where it is, and then I'll paste it in to replace that. These backslashes all have to be changed to forward slashes, so another search and replace, and we'll replace all 8 of them. Save the file, close it, and we're done. WordPress needs a database, so I'm going to use phpMyAdmin that's set up on localhost through XAMPP and create a database. Click on Databases, give it a name, I'm calling it Test Site, and click Create. To get Windows to recognize our new virtual host, we're going to have to restart Apache. So we open XAMPP, we just simply stop it and start it. That's good. Oh boy, here comes the big test. We're going to type it into the address bar of the browser, hit enter, and see if we've got it up. Hey, our WordPress getting started screen, install in English. Let's go. The WordPress database name, we called it Test Site. The user is always root. The password is always blank. And I like to give the table prefix something a little more interesting and more secure than WP. Filling in the blanks. Voila, it works. Have some maintenance to do. I have 7 plugins out of date because it's been a while since I've installed. So I'm going to select all my plugins. Get them updated, and when they're all updated, I'll make a copy of them back into my WordPress install file so the next go around things will be as up to date as possible. A little pro pointer. Hey, let's test the site. What do you know? It works. Next up is to get the Divi child theme installed. We always use a child theme, so I have my child theme for my install files. Activate that. And we'll take a look at the theme options and fill these blanks in as you need. And I always use the back to top button. Am I the only guy that does this always? I mean, I see so many sites that don't. What am I missing? Another pro pointer. I have layouts in my child theme that I've collected over time that I enjoy on my sites. So I activate and run the WordPress importer and then navigate to my layouts in my child theme folder and the layouts folder. Taking a look in the Divi library, and my layouts are all in here. Time to create a page. So we'll add a new page. We'll call it home page. And use the Divi builder. From start to having a working Divi site, it's taken us under 10 minutes.